my name is Jewel Batts. It's so nice to see you. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different than I usually cover. Normally I review horror movies on this channel. I'm going to be discussing something a little bit different today. A while ago, my friend Mormo Zine and I were planning on having I don't know if you'd call it a live stream, but we were planning on having like just a live chat, through technology because we live far away. And we were going to be discussing this little seminar informational video that Mormo made. I watched it and we were ready to chat, but this was back when my Wi-Fi was really bad. Some of you might know I was having some serious Wi-Fi problems for a while because I found out it was because they were changing our cell phone towers in the area from 4G to 5G, so everything was down for a while. But it's back now. This was back when all the techno problems were happening and we couldn't make it work. So instead, Mormo asked me to just make a video, discuss it, give an honest review, so I'm doing that. So for those who don't know Mormo Zine, he's very involved in the horror community online, and he's very involved in doing online business. Mormo has a channel that's Mormo Zine, and then he has another that is called Horror Cash, and the Horror Cash is pretty much just where he talks about how he makes money online and online opportunities to make money specifically through the horror genre niche. Specifically, he tends to focus on selling like memorabilia and things like that. On his other channel, he does little horror movie reviews, like 3 to 5 minutes, and he does vlogs and mukbangs, I believe it's pronounced, and things like that. So he's got a lot going on, a lot of information to share. Anyway, Mormo presented this video that I viewed, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. So basically, it's how to make money online through passive income and passive income marketing. I'll be honest, I did not know what passive income was before I watched this little seminar. But I learned a lot. This video is kind of like, it's like sitting in on an online class. There's a professor who's talking. Mormo is the host. He does the intro, the outro, and he pauses and kind of talks about how he's applied some of these principles to his own real life online business. So that's kind of cool that you get the outside perspective, not just the professor. She talks about passive income marketing and how to get into it. I'm not going to talk about everything because I'm not the expert. I just learned about it through the video, but I did learn a lot. And one of the elements that I will talk about that was most interesting to me was niche marketing. I'm gonna apologize. I don't know if it's pronounced niche or niche, and I always flop back and forth in real life when I say it, so I'm sorry if that annoys you. I'm trying my best. If you wanna do passive income online, passive income marketing, you need to identify a niche for you to kind of establish your business. For example, Mormo's niche is he does horror marketing specifically related to horror movies, such as like selling old classic posters and like from old B films that are kind of cool, and how to connect people who are interested with buying it with the proper channels to buy them and things like that. So that's his niche. Sorry. One of the things about niches that was really interesting was having the professor. She was interacting with the people who were taking the course in real time. They were saying, she was saying, what are some niches that you guys are interested in? And she would tell them whether it was a good or bad niche. The main thing about identifying a niche is there's two elements basically. It has to be something you know a lot about, and preferably something that you're very passionate about. And then something that is not trendy, that's not going to get stale quickly. For example, multi-level marketing is very popular on Facebook, and a lot of my real life friends are going down that route. A lot of the stuff that they're selling is very trendy and does not last. The essential oils trend came and went. Some people still care about it, but the trend of everybody selling it is kind of gone. Right now, the keto trend is it's finally dying out, but I have a lot of friends who are always trying to sell. They got into the selling keto coffee and stuff online, and well, they have a huge stock and the trend is gone and they're still trying to sell it. That's an example where maybe you're passionate about keto stuff and that kind of lifestyle, and that's great, but it's very important to not jump on the trend and try to get involved that way. Sometimes you can genuinely make that stuff work, but realistically, it's a trend and people are not going to usually get involved in that long term. So those are kind of the two factors for identifying a niche. And again, I found this part really interesting, so that's why I'm talking about it. Basically, you have to know your target audience and your target market, and it has to be not some big broad niche. Like if you're like, I am really interested in healthy living, essential oils, keto, exercise, things like that. I want to do marketing and passive income in the health industry. That is too broad. That is too broad. You need to kind of shrink it down. Like, oh, I'm really interested in all natural energy drinks. I don't know if that exists, but that would be an example. It was just kind of fun. I like to learn about stuff like that and hearing things like that. I'm not going to talk about all of the niches that were addressed because the professor talks about that in the lecture if you're interested. It just got me thinking, like, what's something that I'm really passionate about and really knowledgeable about that's a small enough market that if I wanted to do this, I could be successful at. I really like comic books, specifically, I don't want to say amateur comic books, but like kind of underground self-published comic books. And I have a lot of friends who make comics, so I always like support my friends. And as a result, I get kind of familiar with that type of area. So I think if I were going to do a niche, that would be mine. But anyway, it was just kind of fun. I like to like think up things, so it really got my brain thinking. One of the other things that's kind of applicable more to all business rather than just online business is the fact that you don't start making tons of money right away. This can be very discouraging to a lot of people. I know I have a lot of friends who are, again, artists, and so they're trying to sell their stuff on Redbubble, and it's hard to build a following sometimes as a specific artist, so they get kind of discouraged when they don't make a ton of money right away. But it's accurate to all business. You can't get too discouraged. You have to be realistic. If your business is failing, maybe you should hop ship before it's too late. But in general, it's not something where you instantly make money. I guess if you're a social media influencer, like Jake Paul, maybe you'll instantly start making tons of money. But most people, you have to build up to it. The professor was talking about how when she was building her passive income setups, she's saying like she makes approximately $12,000 a month now because she's got 12 different passive income things that she's built, but they're only bringing in $1,000 a month because that's her goal, which again, if you have $12,000 a month, I would say that's pretty good. But anyway, she was saying, I didn't instantly start making that much money. It took a year or two for it to build up. And that's one of the main things too, is you gotta be realistic. I have a friend, for example, in real life, who she recently bought a bakery. She had, I don't know if interned is the right word, but she studied and apprenticed in baking and bakery, especially her specialty is cake decorating and cupcake decorating. But anyway, she learned the craft for a long time and she took over the business, she purchased it. She didn't have all the startup costs of starting a new business because it was already, she already had the building and stuff, but there were some, of course, turnover costs and other changes she made once she was the owner that required a lot of change and thought, and so she's not making a ton of money right now. I think she purchased it back in January, so happy 6 months, Anastasia. But anyway, it's accurate to real life business too, is what I'm saying. I have friends who are business owners and I see how they operate and stuff, so I'd say that's accurate to both online and real life. And I think some people get really ambitious about selling things online or making money online or owning a business online and get discouraged when it doesn't take off right away. But that was one of the important things to note. It was just really informational and interesting to me. I am not a business major. I really don't know a ton about that stuff, honestly. So it was kind of cool to get a little slice of that information without being overwhelmed like I would be at a large classroom setting or something like that. This video is, I want to say, 1 hour and 48 minutes long, so it is movie length. However, it is a seminar and kind of a lecture. I think truly one point of confusion some people might have with this video is it's marketed as a free movie, and it is free, but it's not really a movie as people might typically think of a movie. When I think of a movie, I think of something with a story and a plot. This isn't that. It's basically a free online seminar, a little under 2 hours, which is great. But I think that could be a point of confusion for people who are interested, or if someone clicks it and they want, a movie and they're like, wait a minute, maybe I'm wrong. Just in my perception, I could see that potentially being an issue with it. Other than that, I thought it was pretty cool. Again, this is not something I normally review, so I'm sorry if this was a bit clunky, but my friend Mormo asked me to do this. Originally, we were gonna have a discussion, but like I said, the technology didn't work, so he actually paid me to review this, so that was kind of cool. I'm just putting that disclaimer out there. I did make a little bit of money reviewing this, so that was cool. I'm trying to be fair and unbiased. If you are really interested in online business, I think this is a really great video for you. I think if you're curious about it, I would recommend skipping towards the halfway mark, because the second part is got a lot of the information that I was really interested in, like identifying a niche market. But yeah, if you're looking for more of a casual watch, this might not be per se to your interest. If you like listening to podcasts, I think this would be a great thing to put on in the background. It's more helpful if you're looking at the screen, because the professor is, clicking and showing you how to set things up online. But it's informational, and it's not overwhelming, which I really liked. Sometimes you get kind of thrown into the deep end, but this one, it wasn't too bad. Like I said, I don't have a background in business or anything, so I wasn't super familiar with a lot of stuff, but I didn't get lost or anything, so I think other people who are not as familiar will not have a problem with it either. That's my review. I hope that was helpful to you. And check out Mormo's channel if you like. Hi friends, it's Droolbats again. My camera cut out in the middle of what I was saying, so that's a bummer. Guess my storage is full, so gotta figure that out. But anyway, I figured I would just finish with a quick little outro. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll soon be back to the normal horror movie reviews. I hope you'll stick around if you like those, and I hope that this video that I made was informational for you. I hope that you enjoyed it, at least. Enough of me chatting. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hi friends, it's Droolbats again. My camera cut out in the middle of what I was saying, so that's a bummer. Guess my storage is full, so gotta figure that out. But anyway, I figured I would just finish with a quick little outro. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll soon be back to the normal horror movie reviews. I hope you'll stick around if you like those, and I hope that this video that I made was informational for you. I hope that you enjoyed it, at least. Enough of me chatting. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye.